basic ways people cook, and that's slow penetrate liquid-based cooking, high dry heat roasting, and high intense heat grilling.
Right.
Now, every cut is not designed for every one of those. So what makes it confusing is just because the label has roast in the label does not mean that's something that's going to work best in your oven.
Right.
So rule of thumb is with the animal is everything from the front is basically for slow penetrating liquid-based cooking. From the middle to the back end is for higher heat intense cooking.
You can see here, guys, chuck, brisket, shank. These are things you braise with, right? So slow cooked.
And
take
then
your time.
what you have here is cuts from that. Like here's your boneless chuck roast. This will rival any roast beef you make.
Right.
But you wouldn't put this in the oven. You put this in your
No,
Dutch oven, a crock pot.
Yeah.
It'll be tender. It'll be so delicious they come back for more.
You braise. Is this the kind of food you put in your slow cooker, you put into the oven, and it cooks over several hours?
Even the chuck steaks, shoulder steaks, these are all things good for pizzaiolo, stuff like that. That has a liquid-based kind of thing to it. Short ribs. Most important, stew. Just because the beef is in a cube does not make it good for stew or slow cooking. So you want your stew from that end of the animal too.
Right.
When you come to the middle of the animal, the rib section, you have your rib steaks, your rib roast, the ultimate roast beef for the oven.
Right.
Your skirt steak. Again,
love
it's a great
steak.
grilling item. People don't realize that is actually coming from the middle underneath the rib along the plate.
Pinwheel steaks, guys, or skirt steaks, and one of the most forgiving, always delicious,
Great,
affordable.
quick.
I love it. Quick cooking. It's so perfect.
Oh,
I love
skirt
skirt steak.
Absolutely.
I think it's fantastic.
I prefer them over hangers.
Yeah, me too. I do too.
Then you have the back end of the animal. Okay, again, high intense cooking. Your shell steaks, your porterhouse steaks, all those steak cuts.
See on the chart here, guys. You got your
This is all coming
tenderloin,
in.
top sirloin, right towards the last third of the animal on the chart.
That's what you have here. You have a ground sirloin. Now you have cubes again. But now these cubes, these are good for kebabs. This is that quick cook
Throw it on the grill, quick cooking.
That's the kind of cubes you want from this end of the
You
animal.
know, I think people have really gotten out of the habit. You know, when my mom would shop back in the day, everybody talked to the butcher and asked for advice and said, I'm making this, and the butcher would choose the cut and say, do it this way and that way. I think, you know, we've lost maybe in a generation or two that communication.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's like they're almost afraid to come up, and we would love to give that information.
That's what we're there for.
The more successful they are with the meal, the better it is for us.
Right. The more they sell.